Hello dear students, welcome back to our English class. Today once again I am here to talk with you about a new poem. So dear friends, today we have to learn a new poem which is a very beautiful poem. In this poem, the poet is talking with a bird as well as with a fish. So dear friends, we have to learn a poem that is a lark. In this poem, we have to know about a bird, and name of that bird is lark. So you can see into the picture lark bird. A lark is a type of bird which is small in size and brown in color. So the poet is talking about a bird and fish in this poem. So in this poem we have to learn about a bird, and name of that bird is lark. So dear friends, in this poem the poet is talking with a lark bird as well as the poet is also talking with a goldfish. So first of all I will recite the poem and then I will explain it. So you see the poem on your screen. Lark bird soaring high, are you never weary? When you reach the empty sky, are the clouds not dreary? Don't you sometimes long to be a silent goldfish in the sea? Goldfish, diving deep, are you never sad, say? When you feel the cold waves creep, are you really glad, say? Don't you sometimes long to sing and be a lark bird on the wing? So students, in this poem there are two stanzas. In the first stanza the poet is talking with a lark bird, and in the second stanza the poet is talking with a goldfish. So first of all we will see the first stanza. So the first line of the poem is lark bird soaring high. So students, lark is a type of bird as I told you before, and soaring means which is flying high into the air. Soaring means flying into the air. So the lark bird soaring high means the lark bird is flying high. Are you never weary? Weary means tired. So in the first two lines of the poem, the poet is asking to the bird, that is to the lark bird, are you flying high? So while flying you are not weary, means you are not tired. Continuously if you are doing one thing or one action, if you are repeating it again and again, so there is a chance that you will get tired. So about this the poet is asking to the bird, while flying high you are not tired. Next line we have to see. When you reach the empty sky, are the clouds not dreary? So here the poet is telling to that bird, when you are flying high into the empty sky, means the sky at the daytime the sky is empty, there is no stars or moon in the sky during daytime, so it is empty sky. That's why the poet is telling the sky empty sky. So the poet is asking to the bird, when you are flying into the empty sky, are the clouds not dreary? Dreary means dull and gloomy. So the poet is talking to the bird about a clouds, that when you are flying into the empty sky and you are watching the clouds, so you are not thinking that the clouds are dreary, means continuously the clouds you are watching, so you are not feeling dull and gloomy. At the last At the end of this stanza, the poet is telling, don't you sometimes long to be a silent goldfish in the sea? So in this line, the poet is telling to that bird, you don't want to be like a goldfish who is living silent in the sea. So goldfish you can see into the picture. And as you know that goldfish is living in the sea. So the poet is telling to that bird, you don't like to be a goldfish who is living silent in the sea. Means here the poet wants to tell that, means in these last two lines the poet is suggesting to that bird that instead of flying into the empty sky, he has to be goldfish, because goldfish is living in the sea. So in the first stanza, as I told you that the poet is talking with a lark bird. So now we have to move towards the second stanza. So goldfish diving deep, are you never sad, say? So in these lines the poet is telling to that goldfish. So students, now here the poet is talking with a goldfish. And what is telling to that goldfish? Goldfish diving deep, are you never sad? Means continuously you are living in the sea and living in the water of the sea. So you are not feeling sad. Like this the poet is asking to the goldfish. In the another lines, when you feel the cold waves creep, are you really glad, say? In this line the poet is asking to the goldfish that when you are feeling the cold waves of water in the sea, because as I told you, goldfish is living in the sea and continuously the goldfish is feeling the cold waves which are moving very slowly, and goldfish is feeling that waves. So about this the poet is asking that when you are feeling the cold waves of sea water, so really you are glad. Glad means happy. Here the poet wants to know that when the goldfish is feeling the cold wave, so really the goldfish is happy or glad. So like this the poet is asking to the goldfish in these lines. At last, don't you sometimes long to sing and buy a lark bird in the wing? So at the last the poet is telling, don't you sometimes long to sing and be a lark bird on the wing? So in these two lines the poet is telling to that goldfish, instead of being goldfish, you don't want to be a lark bird. If you will be lark bird, then you will fly into the sky, then you can sing. Like that the poet is telling to the goldfish. Means the poet is again giving the suggestion to the goldfish that the goldfish has to be a lark bird. Because, so when the goldfish will be lark bird, so the goldfish can fly, the goldfish can sing, and whenever the goldfish will meet to the cold waves of the sea water. So students, in this way, in this poem, the poet is talking with a bird and with a goldfish. So here we completed our poem. So to know more about the poem, you see the video. So students, now we have to move towards the rhyming words of the poem. So first pair of the rhyming word is high, sky, very, dreary, deep, creep, sing, wing, sad, glad. So these are the rhyming words of the poem. Now we have to know about the hard words. So you see the hard words on your screen. So students, today we learn a poem, A Lark. In this poem, there are two stanzas. In the first stanza, the poet is talking with a lark bird, and about the lark bird's daily routine, the poet is talking with that bird, and in the last, the poet is giving suggestion to that bird. Instead of being a bird, the bird has to be goldfish. And in the second stanza, the poet is talking with a goldfish. Again here, the poet is talking about daily routine life of the goldfish, and at the end, the poet is again giving suggestion to that goldfish to be a lark bird. So students, in this way we learn this poem. I hope you understand it. Thank you.